Physics, Chapter 18, Theory 4, Energy in a Gravitational Field, as well as the force on a mass in a gravitational field. We can think about its energy. So now we in our earlier questions and earlier theory explanation, we realized that there was a force that is resulted as a result of the gravitational field. So now we are going to find out how it relates to the energy contained in that field. If you lift an object from the ground, you increase its gravitational potential energy, GPE. You know that potential energy increases depending on the height from the source of the gravitational field strength. The higher you lift it, the more work you do on it, and also is the greater its GPE. Right? So you further you raise it, higher would be its gravitational potential energy. The object's change in GPE can be calculated as mg delta h, where delta h is the change in its height. Right, so delta h is the change in height, m is the mass, g is the gravitational potential energy, gravitational acceleration or strength of the gravitational field. So then you can find out the change in gravitational potential energy by mgh, mg delta h. This is something that you have learned in O levels as well. This approach is satisfactory when we are considering objects close to the surface, because when you go further up, right, what happens is, now you can see that gravitational potential energy means it will start falling at a faster or at a higher speed. But the problem is, when you go further up into the sky, g, the value of g decreases. So as a result, GPE will change, because it is not going to be 9.81, it is going to be less. So we have to take that also into consideration. So let's see how they have presented it. For two reasons, we have to have a general approach to calculate the gravitational energy. If we use GPE equals mg delta h, we are assuming that an object's GPE is 0 on the Earth's surface. But you know why it is not 0. Why? Because we are not close to the source of the gravitational potential, that is at the center of the Earth. This is fine for many practical purposes, but not, for example, if we are considering objects moving through space far from Earth. For these, there is nothing special about the Earth's surface. Right? There is nothing special about the Earth's surface. We are talking about the center of the gravity. If we lift an object to a great height, g decreases, and we would need to take this into account when calculating GPE. When we lift an object to a greater height, g decreases, and we have to take that also into consideration. For these reasons, we need to set up a different way of thinking about gravitational potential energy. We start by picturing a mass at infinity. So the separation is infinite. From all the other masses, it is at infinity. We say that here the mass has zero potential energy. So at that point, so we are rather than talking about a point. Now, if this is the Earth, we say that further you increase, the gravitational potential energy increases. But now what we do is, we are considering, now if this is the Earth, this is the infinite point. At this point, GPE has a value of 0. GPE is 0. Then when you come closer to the Earth, you do work. Right? So that is what we are referring to. We say that here the mass has zero potential energy. This is more convenient way of defining the zero of GPE than using the surface of the Earth. So rather than saying that gravitational potential energy on the surface of the Earth is zero, we are saying that at an infinite distance, it has zero energy. Now we picture moving the mass to the point where we want to know the GPE. As with lifting an object from the ground, we determine the work done to move the mass to the point. The work done on it is equal to the energy transferred to it, that is the GPE. And that is how we can determine the GPE of a particular mass. So what we do is we find out from this point, from this infinite point, right? So how much of, if it is moved to this distance, let's say h, then how much of work was done to move it to this point? That is what we are trying to figure out. So that is equal to the amount of energy that it would contain. Write down a note on this. Energy in a gravitational field. The energy contained by an object due to gravitation, by an object of mass due to gravitation, is referred to as gravitational potential energy. Usually, for simple calculations, we consider Earth's surface to be having zero gravitational potential energy, GPE, and for our calculations we consider G to be constant. However, this is not accurate because G reduces as we go further away. And Earth's surface is not the true 0 point of GPE. Level line and right. To make our calculations easy, we consider a mass placed at an infinite distance away from the surface of the Earth. This is surface of the Earth, or whatever the other object that we are measuring it in relation to, surface of the Earth, as the point where gravitational potential energy is 0. And then we find out the work done to move that object to the point where the energy content needs to be calculated at, as the work done is equal to the energy transferred. I hope you understood. Please raise questions if you have any.